Oh man, that's gonna mess the bracket up.
Yeah, it is. All right, Russell, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
All right, so at least for the time being, looks like Discord's going to cooperate. The stream is live, so welcome aboard.
Hey, man.
Qualifying just began, so we'll take a look, see what these guys are doing here for qualifying. Watching Brendan Jinx right now, see what kind of lap he can put down.
Come on, Jason Meeks, man. Looks like he's down pretty fast.
29,499. What do you think is going to be a pole time here, Russell?
All right, man. I'm looking at it for a low 29.4.
Looks like Boyd's out on a lap here. We're going to follow him around. Looks like he's kind of running lower down the track. I'd expect him to be a little bit higher. .6 is close.
Looks like Brendan. Can you hear me better now, Rob?
I can hear you all right at the moment.
Sounds good.
Messing around with a few settings here while we're qualifying.
There goes to the top of the charts there. I thought Brendan was going to hold on to it, man, but it looks like Boyd cut back pretty fast.
Yeah, beat him by about a tenth of a, well, actually a 1/100th of a second there.
And Jason Meeks to the top of the board.
It looks like they're starting to figure out what they're doing here, starting to get in the groove with the hotter track temperature that we're going with tonight.
The low rotor, it looks really good.
Yeah, I can hear you right. I think you got to be right. It seems to be that way, man. That's the way it's looking. Looks like Boyd went to the top of the charts for 3, man. That low 4. And I thought this was hanging, but we're getting 3s.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see anybody down in the 3s, but just barely. Looks like Brendan Jenks is coming out for another one here. A lot of guys on track right now, actually.
Didn't mean to hold you up there, Brandon. Or if I'm holding you up, let me know and I'll get out of your way.
I do believe this 395 of Boyd's might hold up. The only person I think that might get close there is either Brendan or Jason.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good right now, and looks like Brendan's out running a lap right now, and he just got a 2/10 or a little over a 10th off. So, yeah, I think it's going to hold up. Put him on the pole probably. Looks like Joshua Nelson's getting up to speed here. See if he has anything.
Looking for a league, let me know. We got one class Xfinity. Sunday night, 9 Eastern.
Alright, Russell, let's see if we can't jump up in Facebook Messenger chat. Might make things a little better for us.
Okay, I'll sure try that.
See if I can't figure out how to do it. Says you aren't available right now, so you might have to get on it.
Yeah, I'm on it right now there, Rob.
Maybe it's because we're not friends. Let's see here. Sent you a friend request. Sent you a friend request there, and does look like Boyd's time did hold at the top of the charts.
Sure did, man. That's fast.
There we go. Looks like I can call you now. Says it's ringing, Russell.
Yeah, man. I haven't. Still waiting. I just accepted the friend request. Haven't seen nothing
Here,
on my end yet.
try giving me one there.
Hey Jason, I'm gonna take the top here, man. Thanks, all.
Do we have any faster cars or no? All right.
Handful of technical difficulties here. We'll see if we can't get it figured out.
Who's got the pink 17 on the Jimmy Johnson car? That's brutal.
What did you say?
That pink number on that low car is brutal.
Good luck, everyone. Thanks for the host.
Alright, so still a handful of technical difficulties, bud. We'll go ahead and give it a shot regardless.
Got it.
Boyd Wayne opts to start on the outside. Green flag is out, and here we go. Appears that Oliver got a pretty good start. We'll see if he can make the inside work here in 1 and 2. And looks like he will. Cuts right up in front of Boyd. Boyd takes it to the inside. Looks like he clipped the apron a little bit there. That's definitely not going to work. So the 7 car is going to have a big run on the outside of Boyd here. Still working through the technical difficulties, but so far everything looks pretty
Sorry about
good.
that, Brandon, if I come down on you.
But we'll take back second place there. Still trying to work through the audio issues, but in the meantime, we'll just make sure that we keep it focused on the action.
Car mid-back stretch.
Let's see what the yellow flag was for here. Looks like it actually happened in front of him. Struggling to see exactly what happened there, though. Looks like he just came straight down on him. Not much you can do about that if you're the 00. Anyways, back to live.
Holy hell, it's Michael.
Alright, one-man show, and that kind of sucks, but we will try our best as we get ready for the restart. Oliver on the inside, Boyd, Hogan on the outside. And the green flag is out. Looks like Oliver, it's a really good restart there. They are 3 wide behind him. Looks like Joshua Nelson taking it 3 wide to the middle. Little bit of contact there. They got the 7 losing some control behind him here. Looks like he's going to hold on to it.
I didn't know what to do.
We've got cars
I
everywhere.
had to get around him.
The 02 takes it to the inside of the 13.
Good job saving it there.
Cannot quite get past him. We got the 51 going around. Boyd's going around. Down the front straightaway. Nobody's going to collect him though, so looks like he's going to be alright.
I checked on my next time.
Let's see what happened there.
Hey, 39, don't slow up too much. I'm gonna big gas pipe.
Got the 39 to the inside of him. Looks like maybe the 39's just going to slide up.
I had to do a prank.
Yeah, looks like he just slid up into him.
Up on the low line going into turn 1.
Me, I didn't mean to check out that hard. I didn't want to be 3 wide.
I wasn't expecting you to go in that slow and caught me off guard.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, it just stuck him up in the fence. Fortunately, he didn't end up with any more damage than he got there, though, so he should be okay to continue on. See if we have any takers down pit road here. And Oliver's going to decide not to come. Got a bunch of guys coming behind him here. Starting with Michael Budd, who was involved in the last accident there. Looks like Joshua Nelson, Jason Spear in the 83 car also coming down. See if Boyd's going to use his fast repair here or if he's just going to use his regular repair. And it does appear he's going to go ahead and take the time to get the car repaired. We'll see if that's going to end up being a good decision or not, as Michael Budd comes off pit road here. Anyways, meanwhile up at the front, Oliver Cordell still first. Kevo, Tarver in second. Evan Nugent, third. Cristiano, fourth. Jeff Gilmore is fifth, so interesting lineup at the front of the pack.
Hey Rob, can you check my damage?
Unless it's just a crazy coincidence, it looks like we have Brother Spears in here, so that's kind of interesting. Neither one of them's really gotten up to the front yet at this point, but we'll see what they can do. Still have plenty of time to do it. Here we go for the restart. Green flag is out. Looks like Oliver got going a little bit late there. That's going to put the 4 car in a good position. Looks like Boyd's in the back is going to make it 3 wide. Side by side down through 1 and 2. Oliver does have him clear. Meanwhile, behind him, got a 2, possibly 3 wide in places. Joshua Nelson gets in the back of the 52. He is going to save it. Kind of. And they're wrecking. No yellow flag for that, however. Looks like they're just going to continue going there. Let's check the replay real quick while we have the opportunity. And now the yellow flag is out. It all starts a little ahead of the 32 here. It all starts with Nelson getting in the back of the 52. Clips the 32 just a little bit. Everyone's all over the place at that point, and he does his best, but there's only so much you can do. Looks like a handful of guys came away from that with damage.
This was 70 laps.
What'd you say, Jason? Oh, I thought it said 7.
Yeah, everybody's driving like it says 7. Gonna be a long race, fellas.
I'm trying to figure out how you build your rating the way some of these guys are driving. Anyway, can I get a mic check?
Yeah, we got you. Jason, are you looking for a league right now?
Am I? Am I?
Yeah.
It depends.
On?
Anything less than $100 a race, man, I don't have time, man. I'm just kidding, man. Send me a friend request. You got a league?
Yeah. I'll show you a friend request. It's Sunday nights at 9 Eastern.
In case you're just joining, some relatively severe issues with the Discord tonight, so we haven't really been having much of a voice chat, but we'll at least keep it live.
It won't end like that, though. Everybody will smarten up once they lose their fast players.
The last option was just that I fucked up with the wall. It wasn't like any aggressive driving. Forgot how many laps I had in my tires.
Strong as ever, bro.
You know Patriot Racing, Oliver?
Yeah, matter of fact, I got kicked from it. Oh. What'd you do? You should know you kicked me. Well, you should know you're the one that got kicked, right? What did he do? I have no idea. I've got so many on the blacklist, I can't keep up with them, but he had something. But the important thing is whether you know what you did or not. Because we don't kick people for no reason, man.
Pretty interesting. Seems like a little bit of drama from a previous league there. Interesting to see how that's going to play out. Oliver with a fantastic restart. He's just going to drive away from the field here. A little more interesting here behind him.
Go, Oliver. Good stuff, man.
Side by side here for fourth position actually. Looks like the 4-car got really loose coming off the corner. Boyd's sliding up a bit. Jason gives him plenty of room to get back in line. Jason Spear now trying to make a move to the inside. The 4 doesn't give him any room at all. A little contact there. They keep it together for the moment. Looks like Boyd's going to go to the outside. Not quite there. Four-car deciding to go to the low side. Not sure that's going to work out for him coming off turn 2. Here's the 83s to the outside of him. 2 rows back-to-back, side by side. Complete mad dash back here with these guys. Looks like they're close to being 3 wide heading into turn 1. Seems like Boyd's plenty fast, just can't find a way around these guys right now. On a racetrack that's basically one groove, it can be very difficult. He might be trying the slide job here. Gonna hold it down there, but cannot get him cleared coming off the corner. Four car is going to take to the inside. He's going to start sliding up here. We saw this a little earlier. Caused some trouble, but looks like he's going to get it settled out. 13 looking for the inside. He's going to try the slide drop, slide it back up to the top. Now the four car of Kevo can't quite get the run coming off the corner. Meanwhile, for 4th and 5th, looks like Brendan Jenks is trying to reel in the 25 of Evan Nugent. I'll tell you what, the 25 Evan Nugent put a little bit of a block on there, and 7 actually caught the wall a little bit heading into the corner. Still going to complete the pass, but he put a pretty serious block on Brendan Jenks there. Fortunately, everyone made it through. Evan Nugent in the 25. I'm not sure if he got loose or what. Let's see what we got here. Go to a quick replay. Gets down into turn 3, and yeah, just kind of loses it all by himself. Pretty fantastic save to hold on to, especially when you transition off of the apron.
Man, this thing
Kept it out of the grass.
frequently got loose as shit.
And he continues on. He finds himself back in 13th after getting looser. We got one in the grass here as well. The 32 of Daryl Spear. Let's see if we can't figure out what happened to him. Seems like maybe after a few laps in the run, the cars are starting to get loose. And he came up off the apron a little bit. That'll definitely do it to you. Meanwhile, back to live racing. Seems like we have a relatively interesting battle here in the back. It's heating up for second place as well. Oh, big block there by Cristiano. Brendan Jenks looking to the high side heading into turn 1. Looks like both of them are starting to reel in the leader a little bit here. Oh, and the 0-2 almost got up in the wall. Seems like the cars are definitely getting racier here as the tires start to wear.
What did you say, Evan?
Car feels like it's on ice skate right now.
At the beginning of the run, seems like the outside line's the only way to go, and then as the tires begin to wear, seems like the grooves are starting to open up for everybody here. Take a look. Last time by, the fastest car was still the leader, Oliver Cordell. Second fastest car is the man currently running in second place. Not too much of a surprise there. Oh, and the 0-2 is going around. Looks like he's going to save it. Ends up through the grass. Let's take a quick look at that replay here. Just coming out of the corner, just starts to kick loose on him on exit. Just wasn't able to get it gathered back up in time. Meanwhile, going back to live. Oliver Cordell still with the lead, but it looks like Brendan Jenks is starting to run him down a little bit. Comparing those last two lap times, Jenks was just a little bit faster. Not a whole lot, though. Look at the current interval we have here. As they get to turn 1, it's going to be about 7.5 tenths. Let's see if Brendan can start to reel him in at all here. Actually, looks like he's beginning to lose a little bit of time. Jinx is about 0.3 of a second slower on that last lap. Not sure if maybe he just got a little loose. And we have a yellow flag out. Looks like we have an accident. Joshua Nelson involved here. Let's see if we can get a replay, see what happened. Running all by himself here. Looks like he gets in the wall entering turn number 1. Overcorrects a little bit, gets back in the wall again, and absolutely killed by the 00 Scott Page. Yeah, that's a pretty tough situation. Take a look at it again from another angle.
It's going through, guys. It's going through.
Looks like he's already in the wall at that point. Let's roll it back just a little bit more. Looks like he already has a little damage on the right front of that car. Before this happens, maybe he's gotten into the wall previously, or maybe it's leftover damage from a previous wreck. Gets up, catches the wall a bit. It's just so hard to save at that point. Right down in front of those guys, they had nowhere to go. So you'd imagine just about everybody's going to be coming down pit road here. That does appear to be the case. We'll see who can get off pit road first. And it does appear that Oliver will come off in first position. Brendan Jenks is going to come off second. Doesn't look like much of a shakeup up front. It'll be interesting to see what the 13 has for these guys. And looks like Boyd went ahead and used his fast repair there. So no fast repair remaining for him. And actually it looks like now the 13 of Jeff Gilmore is letting cars by. He may have sped on pit road there. Maybe he just didn't quite come out how he anticipated. Yeah, it looks like he is letting guys by, so that's going to set up for an interesting restart. 30 laps remaining. Looks like Boyd's made his way up to third at this point. We know him and Oliver have a little bit of a history. Wouldn't be surprised to see them get together if they get racing each other. Seemed like Jenks was faster on the short and mid run, but as we got to the longer run, he was starting to fade a little bit. These guys know they're going to have to pounce pretty immediately on the restart. But yeah, it does look like Boyd has used that fast repair, so any further damage for him, and he's going to be a very tough spot to finish the rest of this race. Although I do suspect that a lot of guys have used the fast repair up to this point. It would appear that Nelson had to tow himself to the pits. That's definitely going to hurt his chances, so that's, I believe he's a lap down at this point now. Now Boyd is asking Oliver why he was kicked out of a
so long, I can't even remember.
league earlier.
Honestly, I don't care.
Sounds like a somewhat dishonest answer. Not really sure what's going on there. Seems like he's kind of avoiding the question. Something tells me that's going to come up a little later on, as we have what appears to be one lap remaining.
Patient race is a hell of a
One lap to green.
Sucks you got kicked out of it.
Well, Oliver, if you can tell me what you did, man, I might let you back in, but awareness is the #1 thing, man.
Definitely some interesting previous league drama. This is,
I can't keep up with all you guys that do stuff to get knocked out of our races, but, you know, if you can remember what you did, then you obviously know what you did wrong, and we can amend that. But if you don't, I can't help you.
I'm not sure who that is talking there, but definitely seems like there's some previous drama. Be interesting to dive into that.
We have a blast, man. I hate you got kicked out, but hey, get us back up. We'll review it and let's try to get you back in. It's an awesome group.
And the green flag is back out. It's like Boyd tried to go a little too early. Oliver got a good start. There's a 7 of Brendan Jenks on the outside. Did not get a great restart, but not a terrible one either. So we'll see if they can get it sorted out here. 1, 2, 3, single file. A 39 takes us to the inside of the 4. And looks like he's going to try getting under him. Doesn't quite have the run to do so. As it's heating up for the lead. Like I was talking about earlier, seems like
Sorry about that 25.
Jinx is a little bit faster on the early part of the run than Oliver is, but then when they get to the really worn tires is where Oliver starts to pull away. We'll see if that's the case here. It looks like Boyd's making a little time on him as well. Meanwhile, a little further back in the pack, oh, looks like we got one on the wall. Joshua Nelson might have just barely caught the wall in or in the corner, but doesn't seem to have hurt him too much. 52 is losing a little bit of speed. Looks like he's going to make an alright recovery here. Meanwhile, at the front, Oliver continuing to drag his lead out a little bit. Looks like Boyd's starting to catch Brendan Jinks for second place. He might make a move on him here. Looks like he's just going to decide to stay in line for the moment. Slightly different line in 3 and 4. I'm not sure the low line has the speed this early in the run. It does look like Brendan Jenks is going to pull away from him a little bit. So while we have a chance here, actually looks like they're going to go side by side. Jinx is just going to let him have it. While we have a chance here, let's go inside the car and see what it looks like to take a lap around here. Nice steady wheel. Seems consistently in the throttle. See what he does here in 3 and 4. Lets out just a little bit, feathers it back in. Running a little bit of a lower line than Oliver is. But almost full throttle all the way around the racetrack at this point, especially on the fresh tires. It looks like Oliver's going to catch the wall a little bit there. He's going to hold on to it, but now Boyd's going to make a move to the inside of him. And it looks like Jenks is going to make a big move to the inside as well. Oliver blipped there for a small second. Let's go back and ride on board with him and see what that ride was like there. Gets down the corner, just throttles it up a little too early. A nice save to hold on to it, but well, it looks like he caught the wall again. Just maybe a lack of concentration there as Boyd takes the lead. Back to live. Boyd remains in the lead, gaps his teammate Brendan Jenks a little bit, but it looks like it's heating up again as Oliver's starting to catch back up to him. Haven't talked about him much, but Michael Budd, all of a sudden seems like he's starting to get the car figured out a little bit, or maybe he's just better as the tires wear. But he seems like he's catching everybody here right now. In that previous lap everyone ran, Boyd was 2/10 faster than any of the guys behind him, so it might be a little bit of a... Oh, and the 17 is dead sideways coming off the corner. Yellow flags had to come out for that hard contact with the inside wall. Unfortunately, it looks like he's having a bit of a connection issue. It's going to make it difficult to see exactly what happened there, but it looks like he just got loose all by himself. Let's check the replay, see what we got here.
Brendan, I was trying to save my stuff. I don't know about you.
Yeah, me too.
Looks like he might have just cranked it a little too hard. He was loose most of the way through the corner before he lost it. Really unfortunate for Oliver there. Meanwhile, in the Mango Diet Coke Ford Fusion, Boyd Hogan leads the race. His teammate in a matching paint scheme. I was talking to them earlier today. They said they had matching paint schemes, Diet Coke paint schemes they were going to be running this weekend, which, while corny, actually looks pretty nice out on the track. Looks like everyone's going to come to pit road here, and once you get back on those fresh tires, seems like a completely different game. So we'll see what everyone can do. Only 18 laps remaining, 17 at the line. It's going to be a bit of a shootout here at the end. Alright, so we got a teammate battle up front. Looks like Oliver Cordell's back in the race. Looks like he used his fast repair, so he's still definitely in it as well. Only going to have 14 or 15 laps remaining when we get the green flag, though, so not a whole lot of time for him to come back from 9th. Let's check on some of these guys that we haven't talked about much. Michael Budd hasn't ever really gotten to the front, but he's been putting on a solid performance. Got himself in 3rd place right now. And in that last run, he seemed to be pretty fast, so he might still have a chance at this, especially if he can get a good restart with Jenks there on the outside. Meanwhile, behind him at 4th, Evan Nugent. We talked about him a little bit while he was trying to avoid some wrecks. I think he ended up in a wreck at one point. Got himself back up to 4th place, though. Not bad. He's kind of been mid-pack all race. Hopefully we can see him take it to the front. We got a handful of guys behind him as well. Jason Spear in 5th. Jeff Gilmore in 6th. Brandon Nelson 7th. Kevo in 8th. Already talked about Oliver in 9th. We have Daryl Spear bringing up the rear. Looks like he might still have a little damage on that vehicle. So let's take a look here at the current standings. Looks like Boyd's going to take the outside line. I think that might be a bit of a mistake, actually. We've seen those guys on the inside be able to get a good run through 1 and 2 while they're still on the fresh tires, on the cold tires, without the speeds built up. He may regret that one. We will see.
Nelson was gonna do it, but then he just decided he's on a good place. The coach here said, "What, please?"
Something tells me we're not done with the wrecks in this race either, so here we go. Prepared for the restart. Boyd goes a little bit before the box. Not sure how everyone's going to feel about that, but he does get out to a strong lead. Jenks is going to go ahead and settle in 2nd. Got him side by side for 3rd behind him. Michael Butt will easily take that position on the fresh tires. Looks like a little bit of blocking happening a little further back here in the pack for 4th and 5th. While those guys are sorted out up front, we'll take a look at this. We have just enough laps here. Guys are going to start getting loose the last few laps into this run if we stay green. Let's see what Oliver's up to. We know he was really fast, maybe the fastest car here. Looks like he's already got himself up to 6th, 7th position, almost 6th. He continues to have connection issues, but definitely making his way up through the field pretty quickly, up to 6th already. Meanwhile, back at the front, looks like Boyd's just driving away with it at the moment. This battle here for 4th and 5th continues to be hot. So difficult to pass on this racetrack. 13's got a pretty decent run. See if he can't make a move to the inside in 3 and 4. He didn't really commit to the bottom or the top there. I don't think that's really going to get it done for you. Ten laps remaining this time around. Guys are running out of time. Looks like we got a race for 2nd now. Michael Butt on Brendan Jenks. The last time by Boyd Hogan, definitely the fastest car. Not by a lot, but definitely enough to keep him in the lead for now. You can see it looks like we have a couple of cars that are just a little bit faster than the guys in front of them. There's not a whole lot they can do in this situation. But once the tires start to wear here, about another 5 laps, we will see. If you remember, Boyd Hogan started to fade quite a bit about this time in the run earlier in the race, and Jenks continued to have speed. That last lap, he was just barely faster. We'll see if he can keep that on the proper trend, give himself an opportunity to catch Boyd to win the race. He was also faster that last lap. At this rate, he does have enough time to get back to Boyd. The question is, even if he can continue this, will he be able to do anything with it? And we have a yellow flag out. See if we can figure out what happened. Looks like we will have a restart. Just enough time for a restart. Looks like Oliver Cordell may have been part of that. Looks like the 25 lost at the 17. Hard impact to the outside wall. That's going to end his night for sure. Let's roll it back a little bit more. Looks like the 13 is going to get in the back of him. Let's roll it back just a little bit further. 13 and the 25 were
Checking at 3 back here.
really fighting each other pretty hard for a while there. Let's see if the 13 gives the 25 the bumper coming out of 4 here. Looks like the 25 just got loose. 13 got into him after the fact, and then it was on from there. Meanwhile, back to live. Looks like we're probably going to get a restart here, so is anybody going to pit is the big question. Pretty bold move, I think, by Boyd to go ahead and bring it down pit lane. You got to expect that at least one person's going to stay out. Looks like almost everybody's coming down pit road. But we did have a few guys decide to stay out here. You got Brandon Nelson going to get the wave around. 14 laps down, not going to make a whole lot of a difference at this point. But Jeff Gilmore in the 13, involved in that last accident, decides to stay out here. I mean, I guess he really didn't have much to lose, but we also see that Brandon Nelson in the 52 car, currently second as they run, also decided to stay out.
What happened?
To add to the drama a little bit,
That damn state trooper back there got me.
the 83 car may have taken 2 tires, but it looks like he's going to be penalized for speeding
Yeah.
on pit road, so that's going to take him out of contention here.
Every time, brother.
Going to put Boyd in 3rd, Brendan Jinks in 4th. I think we're going to be set up for a pretty interesting finish here.
Pretty nice right there, and just screwed myself out of that.
Now that we got it all settled out here, let's take a look and see what the positioning of all the drivers looks like at the moment. You have to imagine at this point that the 13 is either hoping we don't go back green, or he's hoping that we get a quick yellow, because there's no chance he's going to be fast with the damage he has on that car. Quite the gamble. He probably has a little bit of engine damage on it as well. He was pretty heavily involved with the 25 on that last wreck. That puts the 52 in a good spot, but without taking the tires, you got to think that even if we just get one lap here, may very well be Boyd Hogan's race to lose. The question is whether or not we're going to go back green flag racing. And it looks like we will have
Back here, kid.
a one-lap shootout to the finish. You know this is not going to end well for everybody except whoever wins the race. You got to imagine Boyd's going to try to get a run up on the 13 as the 13 takes the green flag. I think the 52 is in a good spot. I think the 7 might actually be in the best spot with the new tires and on the outside, but with only one lap to get it done. I mean, it really could go any way. If those guys get together, then you open the opportunity for the 39 of Michael Budd, possibly the 25 of Evan Nugent getting in there, and even the 4 of Kevo Travers still has an opportunity as well. It could really go any way here. We'll see what happens.
Watch the wheel spin.
As Boyd just mentioned, wheel spin is definitely going to be an issue, especially for those two starting on the front row there on the old tires. Nobody's really restarted on old tires all night. You got to imagine the 13 might be alright, but the 52 trying to get back in the gas to compete with him may be difficult. One lap shootout to the finish. Green flag is out, and the 13 gets a pretty great restart on him. 52 didn't get going very well. I don't think anybody's going to have much of a chance to get to him here. We've got the 51 and the 7. Both are going to give it a serious shot. You got to imagine Boyd's going to dive it down into this corner, see what he can do. On those new tires, he may have an opportunity at him. He's going to dive it to the inside. He's going to be to the inside of him, coming to the line, side by side. They touch a little bit, and Boyd Hogan's going to take the win. Wrecking behind him, big wreck behind him. 4 cars upside down.
That was fun.
Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened with that wreck.
That ended up being pretty good. Good job, guys.
It looks like the 32 came down. Came down the 83 there, and big time wreck. Let's watch this live from Boyd here. The restart, the final lap from Boyd's perspective. Gets through the gears pretty well. And that 13, between the damage that he had and the tires that he had, you just had to imagine that it was going to be difficult getting through 3 and 4. I thought he had enough, but the car's really tight for him. No grip on those old tires. Boyd slides up the track, takes everything he can. Almost gets into him. They might have touched, but just enough to get it across the line. Let's take one last look at it here. Dives it down into turn 3. I don't think they touched, actually. They did a pretty good job there. Just barely ekes him out at the line. And there is how it all stacks up at the end of the race. Jeff Gilmore still brought it home second, so not really a bad move for him, especially after he was involved in that last wreck. Brendan Jenks, strong all night, brings it home third. Almost had it. Yeah, one more lap, he might have had an opportunity. And you can see the rest of the top 10 there. Oliver Cordell, never really able to get back in there after the damage that he sustained. And there you have it. One lap shootout. Hell of a race. We will catch you next time.